Oh, there we go. Okay. Don't know why it wasn't recognizing my mic. Let me know in chat there if I am alive, but it does look like I'm getting uh, audio here. So, as I was saying, while I was muted there by technical difficulties, we've got Tottenham versus LASK here today. So I'll run through the lineups one more time as we just got a couple minutes before kickoff here. Alrighty then. Glad to have you along here today, Swanky. So for last, we've got Alexander Schlager in goal. They're running a 3-5-2 here. So Andres Andrade, Gernot Trauner, and Philip Weisinger will be the back three. René Renner and Reinhold Ramsdale will be the outside wing backs. Peter McCorl, James Holland, and Marco Ragus will make up, Peter McCorl and James Holland will make up the midfield duo, and Husan Balic, Marco Ragus, and Andreas Gruber making up the front three. Tottenham rotating the side a bit here under Jose Mourinho. So Joe Hart going to get his first start for Tottenham in goal. Matt Doherty, Davinson Sanchez, Ben Davies actually getting a start here in central defense today. So Sergio Reguilon can keep his place at left back. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Harry Winks going to start in the midfield duo with Eric Lamela in advance of them. And then the front three of Bale, Vinicius, and Mora. So Vinicius finally going to get his Tottenham debut here. And Gareth Bale will also get his first start since moving back to Tottenham on loan. Mourinho, of course, going to want to get him some minutes in his legs, try to get him up to full match fitness. Did come on in their 3-3 draw at the weekend against West Ham late on in the match, but was not quite prepared to start that one. So we'll see him in the Europa League, and then I would anticipate we either see him this weekend in the Premier League or at the very latest next weekend as a regular starter. Yeah, I do think a lot of excitement here for Spurs. Europa League does offer a good opportunity to give some different lineups a try. We will be able to see Bale starting and Vinicius finally in the lineup here. So excited to see what Vinicius can bring. They've been talking a lot about his talent and how he's just stuck on the bench behind so many good attacking players for Tottenham. Of course, Son Heung-min, Harry Kane left out for this one. The normal two starters up front and on the left wing there. And that will allow Vinicius and Mora to be the introductees here. You'd expect Gareth Bale to be the normal starter once he does get his fitness under him, and that will usually rob Lucas Moura of a place. And yeah, Ben Davies at center back there. I'm not sure if anyone else is dealing with some injuries or niggling injuries. I'm sure Mourinho's fairly confident that he can get away with this one, and you can see big bench here. Lo Celso is on the bench. Dele Alli actually making the bench here today. As well, so is in the squad. And yeah, Swanky, Ben Davies at center back. We'll see how that one goes. But yeah, I would imagine Mourinho feeling pretty confident that he can pick this lineup and be fairly all right against the side of LASK here. We'll apologize in advance. I'm, of course, probably a little unfamiliar with LASK's lineup, so I may take some time identifying where the players are on the field at times when the play-by-play is happening. But players are on the pitch. I'm going to roll the screen down here. And I will maximize what I have. Okay. That should do it. We'll check where the scoreboard ends up. But just about to get started here. Looks like Tottenham's going to be in white going right to left. LASK will be in black going left to right to start this one. And LASK will start with the ball. They have gotten us underway. This one played back here to Schauner. He will send this one high up to the right-hand side. Going to be headed away and eventually brought down by Eric Lamela. Good poke away here from the side of LASK. We'll win possession back and an early foul drawn here. Okay, scoreboard is good. By Marco Ragus. See Harry Winks just in the back a little bit. Not a whole lot in that challenge, but enough to bring Ragus to ground. And referee standing right next to that one. I am ahead of you by about 10 seconds, eh? Here is the ensuing free kick. That one just going to evade the run of Andrade there. Will be picked up. Let's see, I can pause. See what I can do about that. There we go. Okay. This should have given us a couple seconds back. You can let me know if I'm still too far ahead here. As Doherty going to pick this one up on the right. He's going to swing it inside. We'll come back to Davinson Sanchez. the line here into Mora. Still 10 seconds. Darn. Winks moving this one out to the right. All right, I'm going to keep trying to figure this out while I try to call it. Here's Doherty. Cuts this one inside. Top of the box here. Shot comes away from Regulon. That one blocked away. Will go out for the first corner. All right, let's try this one more time. I'm trying to keep refreshing my stream to see if it can it'll buffer. Corner kick from Mora here, headed away at the near post. Yeah, I can't control the stream from CBS at all, so I have to just hope it buffers. Either way, I think I'm going to have to go ahead with it. If it does become a bit of an issue, Swanky, just let me know if it's too much, and we can try to work it out. Or if not, you can just watch the game, and we can try again this weekend if I'm too far ahead. Ooh, bit of a crunching challenge there coming in onto Doherty. He's going to go down. Looks like the last player will just evade a yellow card here, though not the greatest challenge here. Coming in here from Balic. Ooh, sorry, that was actually Mejor stepping on the feet there of Doherty, who's now back on his feet. Oh, and one thing for those of you tuning in, I actually realized yesterday, oh boy, an early substitution going to be forced here from LASK. They have a player down in midfield. And Mejor has given the signal that he'll need to be substituted. So LASK already in a tough match here against Tottenham, and now will be without one of their starters here. I'm not exactly sure who it is just yet. We'll see in just a second. But yeah, I actually was talking to a friend yesterday, and I realized, so I screamed really loudly for Quarantine Toliso's goal yesterday, and I kind of, caused some static in my mic. So I was like trying to do some testing with the mic, and I realized that I had it backwards the entire time. And I have the pattern set for cardioid, so it doesn't hear very well noise from the back. It only hears noise really well from the front. So I've had my mic backwards the entire time since I've had this microphone. So I don't know if I sound any crisper or clearer today, but I think I might. And it is Holland here, who is injured. Grgic going to come on for him. So early substitution here in midfield. James Holland will be forced off. Grgic going to come on for him. So very unfortunate here for Tallhammer, having one of his midfield generals there subbed off super early into the match, and just going to make things even harder for the side of LASK here against this Tottenham lineup. Again, fairly strong lineup selected by Mourinho. Only a couple things out of place. Davies in central defense, but all of the other players are either normal starters or the first substitutes off the bench here, as Bale rides a challenge here on the far side of the field. We'll clip it all the way over here to Mora. He has an overlapping run from Region, but can't quite get it there as Weisinger does just enough. This one now settled by Gruber. He'll look infield. Ragus, Gruber. But this one won back by Regulon. Joe Hart with it now. Joe Hart, his debut here in the goal mouth for Spurs. Summer signing from Jose Mourinho. Still around and kicking, Joe Hart here. Not exactly sure how old he is. If someone knows in the chat, let me know. But it's getting up there for sure. Of course, the England and Manchester City goalkeeper for such a long time in the early part of the 2010s. It's Harry Winks going to move this one over to Ben Davies. Good entry pass here into Mora, but he can't connect with Lamela. This one turned over to Grgic. It's going to come back and be cleared away up the line. Good collection by Ramsdale, but eventually won back by Davies. It'll come out to Doherty. Lamela driving forward. Skrgic for company. This one will go wide. Doherty has it. Has a run in behind. Here's Bale. Trying to get around the end. Will do so. He's entered the box and going to win a corner kick there as the second defender comes in to defend for LASK there. Easily pushing that one past Andrade. You can see here on the replay. Bit of an over-aggressive challenge there for Renner. Leaves Andrade one-on-one with Bale, and Bale far too powerful for him. Just gets around the corner there, but the retreating run from Michorl does enough to poke it off of Bale's feet. It's the third corner of the match here for Tottenham. In swinging here from Bale. This one headed at the near post by Davies, but going to float high over the crossbar. Decent corner kick there taken by Lamela, but Davies just getting under it, not able to really snap that header goalwards. This one going to be moved forward up the line by LASK, but cannot connect there with Gruber. And Talhammer already out into his technical area, maybe not liking what he is seeing so far. LASK, of course, a little struggling to keep possession here, you would imagine. They were always going to struggle to keep control of the tempo of this match. Lamela does well to hold up possession here. It's going to come across to Mora. He looks wide for Bale. That pass a little bit under hit, but Bale still has some room to run here. Drives forward, gets the overlapping run of Doherty. 4 shirts in the box here for Tottenham. The ball is in, and it's a great chance for Vinicius there, but does not get his head onto the ball. It just skims off his forehead instead of getting real contact onto that one, and it will slip harmlessly wide of the left-hand post here. Bit of a chance spurned here from Vinicius. This ball picks him out, and he has the time and space to get a free header onto this. It's an excellent cross from Doherty, but he just gets it wrong there. Ben Davies now will see this one out. Now restarted here by Tottenham. This one cleared up the line by Davinson Sanchez. Will go out of play. Bale looking for a quick throw in, not really seeing one until Vinicius makes a run up the far touchline. Tries to hold off the challenge of Trotter there, but cannot do so. Ends up back at the feet of Schlager. Now comes out to Andrade. He'll clip this one up the far touchline. Well won by Davinson Sanchez. So will be eventually settled by Skrgic, coming out here to Ramsdale. Trauner. Michorl out to Andrade. Forced to retreat all the way back to Schlager. Into the feet of Trauner. Schlager. Good ball all the way up the line here. Will pick out his left midfielder, Balic, cutting inside now. This one comes into Michorl. Out here to Ramsdale. Taking on Regular. And this one crossed into the box. Good read there by, I believe that's Højbjerg. Will pick that one off. And Tottenham will clear their lines. But now it's coming back the other way through Weisinger. He's trying to clip one into the box, but way over hits that pass. Intended, I believe, for Balic. Oh, and a drag back here. And that's a pretty cynical foul there from Ramsdale. On to Lucas Moura. He is going to help the Tottenham man up here. The referee giving him a final warning here, essentially letting him know the next foul he does commit will be a yellow card. You can see Moura dances by the tackle of Trauner there. Ramsdale comes back to try to help his defender out, but just cynically drags Moura down there. Really no attempt whatsoever to play the ball, and probably very close to a yellow card offense. The referee just allowing him essentially one more, even small mistake, I would think, would result in a caution. So Tottenham here looking for a good result. Again, they have been scoring an absolute ton of goals did end up with an unfortunate 3-3 result on the weekend after going up 3-0 on West Ham and having a couple of defensive breakdowns in unfortunate circumstances, particularly the own goal from Davinson Sanchez. Of course, here's a good run on the far side. Shot. Oh, that one going to be skewed there. A decent effort from Hussein Balic, driving inside of the challenge from Matt Doherty, but he gets his shot wrong there, swinging across the ball, trying to aim for the near post, and doesn't quite get the contact he wants. So, as we were talking about, Spurs will be looking to be defensively stout today. They have yet to pitch a shutout this season, and that is something Mourinho always prides his sides on. So, do keep an eye on their defensive shape here today and how they do play this one. I think it would be a huge boost of momentum for them to get that clean sheet and add some solid defense to what has already been one of the most prolific attacks in the Premier League, if not all of Europe. Let's take a look at that man, Harry Kane, who has been a huge part of that prolific offense, dropping a lot deeper than he has in prior seasons to start this one, and has been almost more of an assister than he has a goal scorer, but been ruthless with the chances presented to him nonetheless. Tottenham moving this one forward slowly. It's Davies. Decently high line here, played by the side of LASK, trying to keep Tottenham from moving it easily into their own half, but Tottenham will eventually do that. As here's a crossfield ball from Doherty. We'll pick out Reguilón. He's going to let that one just run away from him. We'll go out for a throw in here. Pretty decent ball there from Doherty. Did put Reguilón in a bit of a tight area and was not quite able to keep that one in play, but is a very deep throw in here for LASK. Tottenham can apply some pressure to this one, try to win the ball back higher up the pitch. Throw in comes in, will be won by Tottenham. It's Davies with it. Good move here from Harry Winks to move this one away from pressure. Now with Doherty. Clipped by Højbjerg over to Reguilón. Winks. Check in here from Lamela. Has his head up. Looks for the split pass into Reguilón. Can't quite connect. And just a bit of missed timing there from the left back. He is also offsides here. See assistant referee on the far side raising his flag for this one. And that one is very, very close. That would have probably taken a VAR review there. Is the ensuing kick from Schlager. Going along here. Ragus cannot win that one. Will come down for Ramphel. Gruber back to Weisinger. Up to Ramphel again. Crossing this one in early. Joe Hart easily reads the flight of this one. Will come out and claim it in the air. First action here for Joe Hart is a fairly routine one, and Tottenham will move it away once again. Ben Davies cutting this one inside for Lucas Moura. He's going to clip this one in behind, looking for Gareth Bale. It's well read here by the retreating Renner. He'll get to it before Bale, trying to shield this one away, but Bale forces him to stay in bounds. Now chasing Renner. He will get away from the initial challenge. Looks infield. This one comes back to Trauner. Now out to Ramphel. Decent play here from LASK to get out of that corner. But now Tottenham pressing up the field here. You can see the space is closing a little bit for Weisinger. He goes back to Schlager, who's forced to clear. That's a pretty poor clearance. It actually deflects off Vinicius. Tottenham will win possession back here through Højbjerg. I guess it's Højbjerg. Yeah, I don't know why I'm struggling with that one. Højbjerg. Davies. Into Winks. Doherty. Højbjerg. Lamela. Ooh, looking for a bit of a nutmeg there, I think, onto Ramphel. Can't quite pull it off, but keeps possession as it comes out to Højbjerg. In behind here for Bale. Andrade defending him. Has some help this time. Looks for the nutmeg and gets it. Goes over, but the referee not going to call anything here for Gareth Bale. Take a look at the replay. Sees Andrade coming forward. Gets the nutmeg. Tries to shift himself around the body of Andrade. Yeah, I do agree with the referee here. I think Bale's looking for it. Andrade doesn't really leave a leg in that challenge. Tottenham, though, in possession once again. Comes back out to Bale. This time with Renner for company. Cannot get around him. It's turned over. So I'm going to shift over to Ramphtel. Now Weisinger. Andrade. Clip this one long over to the right. He's picked out Ramphtel well, but a foul is called here onto Andreas Gruber, impeding the progress of Sergio Reguilón, who was going out to try to contest this one. You can see there, yeah, hands from Gruber are on Reguilón there, trying to stop him from going to pressure his teammate right away. So pretty easy call there by the assistant. Tottenham now moving it back out from their defensive line. An attempted long pass there by Winks is headed out for a throw-in on the far touchline. Bit of a slow-paced match here as we are about 18 minutes into this one, which actually seems to have flown by to me. Maybe just not a lot of stoppages of Tottenham have been the dominant team in possession for sure. Really not a whole lot of great chances to speak of, although here's a decent one as this one comes in behind for Vinicius. He's crossing for Moura, who's wide open. He shoots and he scores! And just as I say, there hasn't really been a chance in the game. A beautiful move for Spurs will open the scoring here. Great ball over the top for Vinicius. He finds Moura with his very first touch, and Moura calm and composed in front of the goal mouth there. Tottenham lead here on 18 minutes, 1-0. Just a beautiful goal here for Tottenham. You can see Ben Davies actually seeing this one over the top. Vinicius making a very deep run there, clearly onsides. He actually takes the ball down, sees the reverse run of Lucas Moura very early. Keep an eye on Vinicius' head. He picks it up. He sees Moura running by him, knows Moura's going to arrive in that central space, plays him in early. It's a perfectly weighted ball from Vinicius, and Moura doesn't even have to take a touch. He just shoots it with his very first touch and slots it coolly home into the near corner there on the left. What a very beautiful move there from Spurs. Excellent attacking play from Vinicius, and Lucas Moura will open the scoring here. Mourinho there on the touchline, very happy with that one. I think any manager could be happy with that move. It was clinical stuff. Excellent ball over the top from Davies. Oh, great move here by Højbjerg on the far touchline. Absolutely emasculates the LASK player there and actually has to knock it out as he's taken a nail, a fingernail to the head there. You can see some blood coming out of the left side of his eye. And Renner also holding his head as we take a look at the replay. Højbjerg doing a nice little V here. And oh, their faces actually do come together there. So a bit of a head clash, and that's why Højbjerg has put this one out. You can see some blood coming out from the right-hand side of Højbjerg's eye, just above, or I guess that's the left-hand side, sorry. His left eye, and that part of his head actually making contact with the back of Renner's head, which is getting some ice right now. So a little unfortunate coming together there, but an excellent dribbling skill there from Højbjerg. Getting treated here as we take a look once more at the goal. Ben Davies, very nice ball in from the back. Vinicius bringing it down beautifully. It's just a brilliant ball played into the center of the box. Vinicius leaves Moura with really just the finish. The ball's perfectly placed. It's excellently weighted. It's on the ground. All Moura has to do is be composed in front of the goal mouth there and put that one away, and he does so very coolly. So Højbjerg has been treated, is still standing on the sidelines, will be reintroduced here, has a little bit of that tape on the upper part of his left eye to make sure the blood flow does not come back, and Renner is all right as well. So both the players able to rejoin the play here as it's knocked long by Hart, one initially by Trauner. This one clipped up the line here. Will go out of play for a last throw, and actually Højbjerg still getting a little bit of treatment here. They just trying to make sure he's not going to start bleeding once again as soon as he starts running. I believe Renner has rejoined the match, so Spurs will be down a man for the remaining time that Højbjerg remains on the sideline. And this one going long here for Ramsdale, but just going to run long for him. We'll go out for a throw-in deep into one of Tottenham's corners. And it's a tough spot here that Højbjerg has gotten clipped at, sort of the fighter spot right above the eye, where once you make contact, the amount of skin there just very thin, very easily cuts open and bleeds pretty profusely. Training staff still struggling to get that wound closed as Winks, stepping through this challenge here, claims he's gotten a piece of the ball, but has most likely had to come through the man here. As you can see, this challenge he puts in on Gruber. Yeah, clearly making contact there with Gruber before he gets a piece of the ball. Bit of a rash challenge there from Harry Winks. But Højbjerg now with a full head wrap, just to make sure that all of the stitches stay in place and the bleeding does not come back. Will rejoin play now. So Højbjerg's adventure on the sideline finally over. Here is the ensuing free kick from LASK, swung in here from the side by Mechorl, but just a little bit too much on that. It's well read by Joe Hart. He comes out to catch that one, and now Tottenham moving the other way. Here is Eric Lamela riding a challenge, has one player onto his left, but can't find the pass as he's harried from behind by Weisinger. Will retain possession here, but kind of missed the opportunity to play in Reguilón there, but will finally draw a foul on essentially the complete opposite spot of the field from where LASK just had theirs. So LASK having the free kick from the near side just outside the 18, and now Tottenham will have one in pretty much exactly the same spot in the other half. You can see here Lamela getting clipped from behind. A pretty easy foul call there. See Højbjerg, as we mentioned, his adventure on the sideline over. It started with a couple of patches and now has resulted in that full head bandage. Gareth Bale standing over this free kick. Bale taking the free kick, clipping it in towards the back post. Going up as Sanchez just goes over his head. That one cleared away by a couple of LASK players. Brought down excellently by Lucas Moura here. That was a brilliant touch by Moura to bring that one under control. Here's Doherty. Bale now had three defenders for company, so just sends it back to Harry Winks, and Tottenham will restart their attack. Winks going to move this one out to Højbjerg. Davies. Højbjerg. Winks. Out to Doherty. A lot of space in front of Doherty here. Does finally have some pressure from Mechorl. We'll look inside for Lamela. He's tracked by Trauner. Sorry, that's Grgic. Højbjerg. Moura lets that one a little bit loosely. Will be taken away by Weisinger. Now LASK trying to come the other way, but losing out on this one in the midfield area. Doherty moving inside for Lamela. Højbjerg. Doherty. Tottenham happy to be patient with this one, leading 1-0 here in the 25th minute of play through that very nice goal finished by Lucas Moura, set up by a combination of Vinicius and Ben Davies. There's Gareth Bale in the far corner. Oh, good reverse pass here to Doherty. He drives inside the box, crossing this one about hip height, but Grgic coming back there, able to block that one out, and LASK trying to come the other way. Excellent read here from Harry Winks. Will intercept the pass, but unfortunately for him, a foul on Eric Lamela will make that interception moot, and it will be a LASK free kick here. Now, once again, Tottenham happy with this lead at the moment. 25 minutes into the match, Mourinho will be thrilled to have that 1-goal advantage. It will be a good challenge for them to try to keep up this clean sheet here today. Again, have not managed a clean sheet in the Premier League thus far this season. I'm sure it's something that Mourinho will be harping on in training in the dressing room. So this one looks in behind for Gruber, but well seen by Davinson Sanchez. Will just shield that one away for a goal kick. So far, the Tottenham defense looking very stout. very composed thus far, seemingly unfazed by the challenge of the LASK attack. Doherty up the line here. Poked away from Bale, but comes back to Tottenham's right back. Will be shifted over now to Ben Davies. Good pass out here for Reguilón. Looking up the line here, trying to drive forward, trying to draw a defender. Will get past 2 challenges. Reguilón still going past 3 here. Gets it over to Lamela, has Bale in support. Bale now inside the box. Oh, first time cross with the left foot, and that's an own goal! And it's certainly not as pretty as the first goal, but the build-up play almost just as good as Reguilón with an absolutely fantastic run here up the left side. Swashbuckling, if I might say, just driving past 3 or 4 players. We can see it start here. He picks up this ball from Ben Davies. First goes by Ramsdale, then by Weisinger. Grujic can't get a tackle in. Trauner can't get a tackle in. It moves over to Lamela. Bale tries a first-time pass into the run of Vinicius, who is offsides, but it never actually arrives at Vinicius's feet, as I believe it is Andrade here. And it is Andrade sliding in there to try to take that one away from Vinicius. And in the process, he slips a little bit. Oh my, we'll almost have a third here to Spurs. So the replay was still going. Didn't really see the build up to that one. But yeah, Andrade, very unfortunate as he tries to break that one up. He slips a little bit, and the resulting deflection goes right past his keeper. So it's 2-0 Spurs here. 27 minutes into this one, just clipping over to 28 as this one will be taken off the feet of Mejorl by Doherty. Now Davinson Sanchez has it. Gareth Bale. Mejorl. Over to Ramsdale. Decent challenge here by Reguilón, and it will be won back by Højbjerg. Clipped pass forward by Mora. Vinicius fighting for it, but will lose out to a combination of LASK players. It's Grujic that comes away with it. Weisinger all the way back to Schlager. He's going to move this one over to the feet of Andrade. Looks back to Trauner. So LASK here trailing 2-0, playing in this 3-5-2. They've looked very stale on offense so far. Decently composed in possession in the back end midfield, but really have not generated anything in the attack so far. As here's an attempt at a long pass here, but easily read by Ben Davies. This one shifted out now to Doherty. Bale chasing back, looking into Højbjerg. Højbjerg back to Bale. Good combination play here by the two on the right-hand side. Here's a ball in behind for Mora, but that one deflected by the retreating Weisinger. He does enough to stop what could have been a very dangerous attack from Tottenham there. The entirety of the LASK back line had sort of committed to an offsides trap, and they only had Vinicius offsides. Mora certainly onsides there. Here's Grujic. Weisinger. Back to Trauner. Into Mejorl. He'll clip this one long towards the left. This is the first good ball in a while here over the top, but still cannot connect there with Balic. That one going to skip into the waiting hands of Joe Hart, who's off his line very well there. Sliding into the feet of Lamela. You can see, looks like Mora has gone down here, but no call from the ref, and Lamela cannot evade the third or fourth challenge there from the LASK defense. It comes away to Balic. He is all alone here, trying to cut inside. Doherty does so well, actually, but can't get by Højbjerg. Puts his body in the way and will win that one back. Ooh, a couple of good pulls here from Højbjerg to keep possession there in midfield. And here's a ball in behind from Mora. That one intercepted by Trauner. Ramsdale. Grujic. Andrade, scorer of the second goal there against his own side. Own goal in the 27th minute of play as this one in behind for Balic. He's met by Sanchez, who pokes this one off of him. Will be a throw in here to LASK. So LASK trailing 2-0 again, have not really generated anything on the offensive end and may need to consider a formation change as things goes on here if they do want to try to have a foot in this match. They've tried to throw a decent amount of attackers up but lost one of their players early on in the match to injury. Skirgic crossing this one in. That deflects out for a corner kick, and this is the kind of opportunity that LASK really needs to take advantage of, already trailing to a far superior side here so far, and it could only get worse if time goes on and they don't put up some sort of resistance either offensively or defensively. Andrade will come forward along with Girgic. Trauner up here as well. Here is the corner kick from the far side, swung in here, headed away by Davies initially. This one at the top of the box being chased by Winks. He'll get there second and will commit a foul here onto Remftel. Sorry, that's Reguilon actually chasing down that one. Sorry, just have to send one email here. Still watching this. Here comes the ensuing free kick. It's Michorl clipping this to the back post, headed away by Doherty. Comes out to Trauner, who will shoot this one, but does not get the right contact on that volley. His foot underneath it. It will spin high and away there for a goal kick. For some reason, we're seeing the kickoff of the match here. Oh no, we're seeing the kickoff from the last goal. And yeah, actually an excellent chance for Lamela as an interception there in midfield turns into a couple of passes between Lamela and Vinicius. Lamela gets a shot away and Schlager actually makes a decent save there. I was so confused. I was like, why are they showing us the start of the match? Andrade here knocking this one away. Floating around, Doherty here. He'll look inside for Davies. Decent play there from the Tottenham defense. Will keep possession. Reguilon motoring here up the far sideline. Once again, riding a challenge there. This time unable to ride the second one. Will go out for a throw into LASK. Reguilon has been a very solid addition here for Spurs since his signing. Provides a ton of energy up that left-hand flank and has been involved in the build-up to some of their goals so far. So must be very pleasing to Mourinho to see one of his signings take so quickly to the game plan and be so effective for them at a position that has been a bit of a problem spot for them in recent seasons. Ben Davies at one point was the go-to man, but since then has been a combination of him, Danny Rose, and a couple of others. Trauner doing well to head this one away from the danger area. Here's a short corner taken by Spurs. Reguilon back out to Winks. He's going to clip this one in back to the back of the box here. It's headed away. Højbjerg is here to collect it. We'll come back to Sanchez. He's going to ship this one all the way back to Joe Hart. Winks looking for options. Højbjerg forced back here. Now clipped long here by Hart over towards Reguilon. He'll bring it down, clear it a little bit up the line into the middle. Vinicius tracking back here will win possession. He'll find Mora. Ooh, good ball up the line here from Mora. Reguilon with some room to work, but good read by Trauner to intercept his pass. He'll clip it forward to Gruber here, who goes down. And I think Winks is going to pick himself up a yellow card here. Nope, just going to escape it, actually. Probably on the last warning that Gruber's. Look at Mourinho here. As this one comes into Gruber's feet, you can see in the background Mourinho doing a little bit of a side skip as if he too was defending Gruber as he anticipates his players getting in on the challenge. Here's a cross in deep from the right by Gruber. This one headed away by Sanchez only as far as Renner in this case. Mora fighting for possession here. It's cleared away by Reguilón. Good hold-up play by Lamela. He'll move this one out to the right here. Pushing forward is Doherty. Bale's asking for it in behind. Instead, Doherty going to clip this one to the left towards Mora. Mora does well to hold off Weisinger. He'll keep this one in play, and that one will come out off the sliding challenge from Weisinger. So Mourinho showing he still has the energy here on the sidelines, getting into his technical area. Acting as if he wants to be back on the pitch. Reguilón. Looking for options here. It's going to throw into the feet of Vinicius. Good hold-up play here from the striker. Winks fighting for possession in midfield. Will lose out to a couple of LASK players. It comes away with Mijol. Ragus over to Mijol. Andrade. Slides this one out to the left. And almost losing possession there was Renner. He's going to cut inside. We'll get past the initial challenge. Doherty goes wide here to Balic. He will cross towards the back post here, but mishits that cross. He doesn't get any whip on it, and it will sail behind for a goal kick. Yeah, very overhit there by Gruber, actually it was. And looks like we have a change here very early on from LASK. Tottenham are not happy with the way things are going, and I think that's a fair assessment. It's going to be Renner actually withdrawn here for Filipovic. So an early exit here for Renner. As this one cleared up the line here by Spurs. More of a battling for possession, but we'll watch it slide out of play in front of him. It looks like it may be an injury, actually, as he's being taken back into the locker room area by the training staff. So very unfortunate here for LASK today. Lost their central midfielder, James Holland, in the earliest stages of the match to injury. And now Renner forced off at 39 minutes as well. So 2 forced substitutions for LASK. Hopefully for them, it does make some sort of changes. Again, this is a match that needs change. Trailing by 2-0 have really not had any legitimate attacks thus far, and don't look for the world like actually disrupting Tottenham's defense here today. This one launched long for Vinicius. He'll lose out to Trauner in the air. This one managed to be kept in by Mora. He'll actually win a throw-in here for his side off of Ramftel. So far, so good here. If you are Jose Mourinho, very business-like performance from his side. Taken their couple of chances very well. Have looked dangerous when they have attacked and have been rather unbothered in the defensive end, which is something he will love to see. Højbjerg. Ben Davies. Into the feet of Lamela. Doherty leaves that one short for Gareth Bale. It's intercepted by Andrade. He looks inside for Mijol. Weisinger back to Trauner. He'll look back for Schlager. Filipovic. Mijol. Into the feet of Gruber. Out to Ramftel. This one clipped in by Gruber, but again, that one a little bit overcooked for Ragus and will be easily collected by Joe Hart. Joe Hart going to move his team up the pitch here as we are cresting 41 minutes. So just 4 minutes remaining in this first half here. Again, a great first half here for Spurs. 2 goals on the board, have been fairly efficient with their 5 opportunities. Scoring 1 and forcing a mistake for the own goal off of Andrade for the second. Had a third one that was very well saved by Schlager. And have looked very good defensively. LASK not putting up much of a fight here, in Davinson Sanchez and Ben Davies, the deputy center back here today, have looked completely unfazed. So Weisinger. This one deflected as he tries to clip it up the line. It's back to Reguilón. Knocked down for Bale here. He's looking in behind early for Lamela. Out comes Schlager. He'll get there first and will knock that one out for a throw-in. Good goalkeeping there from Schlager. Now it's with Doherty. He'll look back for Davinson Sanchez. Joe Hart. Knocking this one over to the left-hand touchline. It's Reguilón. His header is poor this time around and will sail out for a throw-in. This one now thrown into Weisinger. We'll go all the way back to the feet of Schlager. Schlager going to look long here. Good header one here by Ragus. Getting onto it is Gruber, but a great challenge there from Reguilón will knock it away from him, although Davinson Sanchez can only put this one into touch. Here comes a long throw from Ramftel. That one is not really that long as he's aiming there at the near post for Gruber. And great challenge here by Lamela to win the ball back, although it does not draw a foul. Grgic can continue this when he clips into the box. Up goes Ragus. It comes to Trauner, who shoots. Great block here by Doherty, and Joe Hart able to collect the first real opportunity of the match here for LASK, and Doherty equal to that one, throwing his body in the way, getting an excellent block as Bale cannot collect this one. Looks like it may have come off his face and one of his cleats blows out there. So he cannot keep on his feet. Trauner. Mijol. Andrade now. Clipped in by Mijol, but alert to the danger is Davies. He'll head that one down to himself, and now Højbjerg. Bit of an error here. Turned over. Here's Gruber striking, and a great save from Joe Hart here. Getting a palm onto that one. Mistake by Højbjerg, gifting Gruber an opportunity here. You can see a big touch here. Turns it over. It bounces into the path of Gruber. He has a nice little Cruyff turn there. Curls a left-footed shot towards that far corner, and Joe Hart, alert to it, gets his right palm up and knocks that one away. Here's the ensuing corner kick. This one swung in deep here. That's going to escape the attention of everybody. Will come all the way out. I believe this is, not even sure. This is Andrade now knocking this one back. It's all the way back to Weisinger. And now it's with Schlager. So the opportunity comes and goes here for LASK. So we are into first half stoppage time. 3 minutes have been allotted by the center referee. This one clipped out here for Gruber into the feet of Grgic, sorry. Trauner. LASK just taking this one slow. Looks like they may be happy to go into halftime with this scoreline. Trauner moves it to Girgic. This one clipped up the line here by Wiesinger, but it's not going to pick out either of his teammates. Now Reguilon. Ooh, good ball in here from Højbjerg. Oh, and Vinicius spinning there on top of the ball. Going to be clipped from behind. It's going to be a yellow card out here for Michol. Højbjerg kind of standing over him there for a second as he was not pleased with the challenge from Michol. And it's a bit of a poor challenge there from Michol. It doesn't really make the worst contact with Vinicius. It is clearly a yellow card foul there, but Vinicius should be all right. Højbjerg looking in behind for Reguilon, but that one not going to come off. It's well read by Ramphel and intercepted. Now Ramphel has it again. Michol shifting this one out to Filipovic. Girgic. Settled here by Winks off the clearance from Schlager. Now it's with Ben Davies. Tottenham will certainly be happy to go into halftime with this scoreline. Again, a 2-0 score for them. Goal provided by Lucas Moura. The second, an own goal from Andrade on that cross by Bale. And that will do it for the first half here. So Tottenham will head into the break leading by 2-0 here over LASK, who really have not put up much of a fight here, and very business-like performance from Tottenham so far. We'll see what Mourinho has to say to them in the locker room and if they can keep it up in the second half. But we will join you for second half coverage after these commercial messages. All right, that'll do it for the first half. Spurs looking good, looking fine. Look to be much better than LASK, and hopefully they can keep their clean sheet. I think that's what they really need to come away from this one with. But they look good for it so far. I'm going to take a bit of a break here, go clean up some of my dishes, grab some more water, and I'll be right back. hello. The Beast 5432578. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the booth. Yeah, sorry, I'm back. I've just been sitting here. My mic is away from my face, I realized. I just got caught by surprise by that. Just doing a little stuff for work here, but tell you what, we can do a little run through of what's going on around the Europa League here today while we wait for the game to come back. So again, Tottenham have looked really good in the game we've cast here today. Very solid, not been threatened whatsoever by LASK. Really one half chance falling to LASK, and Doherty doing a nice job throwing his body in the way there for that one. So they look composed out of the back. They look good in midfield. Their attacking trio looks pretty solid. Bale's been a little bit muted today. I don't really know if he's giving 100% or if he is 100%, but Vinicius has looked solid. I think Mora's looked good. Their whole midfield has looked very good. And this just seems to be the kind of performance where come out, be businesslike in the second half, should run out 3-0 winners, I would imagine. But let's take a look around the horn here. As in the current matches, got Ludogorets and Antwerp tied 0-0. Hoffenheim tied with Crvena Zvezda 0-0. Lille is up on Sparta Prague 1-0, and Sparta also has a red card, so that one probably not going to go very well for them. AC Milan's up 2-0 on Celtic. Villarreal and Sivasspor are tied 2-2 at half. Braga up 1-0 on AEK Athens. Wolfsburg, CSKA Moscow tied at 1. Leicester City's up 2-0 on Zorya Luhansk. Dinamo Zagreb and Feyenoord tied 0-0 at half. Tel Aviv up 1-0 on Karabag, FK. And Liberec up 1-0 on Ghent. And in the earlier matches... Oh, I just lost my... Where were we? We went way down the scores here. Good lord. Here we go. Earlier match of the day, we had Rangers beating Standard Liège 2-0. Hertha Beersheva 3-1 over Slavia Praha. Leverkusen 6-2 over Nice. CSKA Sofia fell to CFR Cluj 2-0. PAOK tied AC Omonia 1-1. PSV lost to Granada 2-1. Molde defeated Dundalk 2-1, and AZ Alkmaar actually beat Napoli 1-0. That's a pretty big win for them. Benfica 4-2 over Lech Poznan. Arsenal 2-1 winners over Rapid Wien today. And Real Sociedad 1-0 winners over Rijeka, and Roma 2-1 winners over Young Boys. That's the around the horn in the Europa League. Showing some highlights. Zlatan Ibrahimovic starting once again here for AC Milan, but not sure if he's on the score sheet just yet. Just taking a look at the highlights. Let's see if he did. The old legend. Man, the myth. Nope, Rade Krunic and Brahim Diaz. The score is there for Milan. How many of the beasts have followed this channel in the last couple of days? 1, 2. Is there a third? There is a third. Haha, I was right. All right. Still got a little bit of stuff here to do. Just a couple minutes probably away. Looks like they're kind of finishing up the highlights. I think we'll have maybe one more commercial and then we'll be back to it. I'm going to keep clacking away here at some work for just a second. I want to wrap this up before the end of the day because today I'm going to vote. So I will not be home on election day, so I need to early vote. Looks like Jose Mourinho spouting some jokes with the referees at the moment. Careful, guys. He seems funny now, but make one wrong call and you'll be blamed in a post-match news conference. It's guaranteed. All right, Tallhammer is coming back out. The Spurs are coming back out, so we'll be getting started in just a second here. Probably no player ratings here today, guys. I do have something, like I said, I want to finish up before the end of the day because I got to take off literally right as work ends so I can vote and get back home in time for something I have this evening. So we'll probably call it right at the full-time whistle. So just want to give you a heads up on that one. Teams are coming back out onto the pitch here. Last stragglers are arriving. There's always stragglers, guys. If you ever play soccer, don't be the straggler out of the locker room. Don't be that guy. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't matter. Looks like LASK is going to be making a substitution here at halftime. So this will be their third sub. Remember, they have had 2 forced in the first half there. James Holland going down very, very early as it's Eggestein coming on here for Andres Andrade, scorer of the own goal for Tottenham's second. But yes, Holland going off very early for Girgic. And then we also had Renner forced to be withdrawn for Filipovic. So we are getting started here once again. I will pull the screen down and I will see you at full time for just some brief match thoughts and then on to the rest of the day. All right, Tottenham getting us started here once again as this one laid back for the defense. This one lobbed forward now. Decent header here, won by Bale, but it will fall out of play here. Vinicius unable to run that one down. So LASK here making a substitution. Eggestein coming in to the side. Try to make a little bit of a difference here as the second half gets underway. Of course, trailing 2-0 here did not look threatening in that first half of play. So do really need some momentum in this match to shift in their favor. And hopefully Eggestein can provide that spark for them as Weisinger goes up and wins this one. But eventually Reguilón is able to move it up the line. Weisinger now into the path of Ragus. He'll go wide. This one crossed in early, but nobody there for LASK, and it's easily read by Joe Hart. He will roll this one out into the path of Gareth Bale, who is all alone here. Playing in Vinicius behind. He's met by Trauner. 2 defenders on him now. Tries to look back inside, but instead goes back to Doherty. Now into Bale. Back out to Doherty. Poor touch there by the Irishman, but be fortunate that Filipovic cannot handle that one. It goes out for a Tottenham throw. Doherty throws this one in towards Vinicius, trying to hold off a couple of players in the box there, being tossed around a little bit. Now fighting Trauner for possession. Will win it back. Excellent work there from Carlos Vinicius. Now into Lamela. Dancing around on the edge of the box. He's going to ride one challenge. He shoots! And that one just going to go wide of the far post there. Lamela in between a lot of LASK defenders trying to get a kind of tricky shot in there. It's a very soft shot, but he's trying to catch the keeper unawares with a curler to the back post here. But doesn't quite get the connection. You can see trying to use the defenders as a shield. Gets a little bit of space and decides to try to take his moment, but doesn't get the curl. And Schlager pretty confident that that one's going wide. But here's a mistake at the top of the box. Lamela now has it as it's turned over. Here's Højbjerg now without the head wrap, but he will lose out there to a couple of LASK defenders, and it will come out to Raftel. Raftel up the line here. Eggestein trying to chase this one down, but will lose out. Sorry, that was Ragus in pursuit. Decent defending by Reguilón. Will end up as a throw-in here for LASK. Sorry, it's actually a free kick. I didn't exactly see how that one happened. They will just start it short once again, coming into the feet of Michorl here. Good sliding challenge there by Lamela. Will knock that one away. A couple of players here for Tottenham getting ready. You can see Son Heung-min, Dele Alli warming up here on the sideline. Giorgic turning with this one, looking for options. Not really seeing any. We'll just go back to Weisinger. This one cleared up by Schlager. So this one's offsides on Vinicius here. Balic, Filipovic, long from Trauner here, looking for Balic. It's won by Doherty. This one turned over to Spurs now, moving it the other way. Up the line comes Harry Winks. He has the overlapping run of Reguilón. He'll pick him out. Reguilón looking in early here. His cross cannot get over Trauner. Headed the rest of the way here. Ragu's trying to put some pressure on. But it's out with Bale. He sees the run of Doherty. Get there before Michorl, and it will come off Michorl for a corner kick here to Spurs. Oh, there was another substitution actually for the side of... Was there? Sure, I saw Potsman. Yeah, I've gotten quiet a couple times because I've been really confused. I'm pretty sure there was another substitution. There was someone for LASK because this corner taken by Lamela, headed it by Davinson Sanchez, but he gets underneath that one. There was another substitution, I was pretty sure, because I was finding a number that like I hadn't seen before. Obviously, I'm pretty unfamiliar with LASK's lineup, but yeah, it looks like they might have made another change here, but it doesn't really say on FOTMob who it was. I believe it's Potsman, number 16 in here on the bottom of your screen as Giorgic picking this one up. Going to look long out to the left here. Cannot pick up Potsman there. I think he might have come on for Balic. Not sure though. Filipovic winning this initial header against Bale. It comes down to Potsman going to midfield, but that one picked off. Trauner coming forward with it. Clipped in behind, but no runners here from LASK. Finally, Balic will pressure this one, so it's not Balic. Who was it? Oh, it was Andrade, I think, probably. Yeah, it was Andrade. Okay, that makes sense. Here's Michorl. Looking for Ragus there. Not quite going to pick him out. Cannot find Eggestein either. This one cleared long up by Davies. Trauner comes forward to take it off Vinicius. Now coming back towards Ragus. Ragus bringing it down for Balic. Balic cannot escape the challenge and no foul called here by the referee. Good defending from Spurs. Now we're coming back the other way. Lamela cannot win this challenge with Giorgic, and it will be a LASK ball once again. Eggestein running around here, and a foul called on Lamela. Michorl going to ground there. Yeah, pretty easy call from the referee. Just a simple clip there from Lamela. Not going to pick himself up. A caution as LASK will take the opportunity to bring their big heads forward here. Sorry, their tall defenders forward. Not big heads. Oh, and that's interesting. Never seen that one before. Might have lost the stream here for a second. We'll see if we can get CBS. I think this is a CBS problem, not a me problem. It definitely is a CBS problem. So I've lost the stream here for a second, and now I've got it back. I do apologize for that. It looks like Trauner was complaining about a penalty shot there, but has not received it. is another corner here for LASK. Be taken by Michorl. Swinging this one in towards the back post here. Up goes Davinson Sanchez. Here's an attempt from Giorgic, but does not get the contact he wants on that and ends up dribbling very slowly into the waiting hands of Joe Hart. You can see Giorgic making a deep back post run here. He's got a little bit of a screen running from Ragus. He gets at a good angle, gets the contact on the ball. It's goal bound, but he just doesn't get good contact, doesn't really swing through it, and there's no power. It just dribbles harmlessly into the hands of Joe Hart. It's another easy save there for the former English stopper. Now LASK taking the throw in. Giorgic trying to play this one in behind. It's deflected at the top of the box here. Balic trying to take a shot still with Eggestein. He's shooting. It's blocked by Davinson Sanchez. Now Lamela coming the other way, but a wayward touch there will turn possession back over to LASK, and game stretching just a little bit for this last minute and a half. Finally, Højbjerg will put that one out to touch. Tottenham can try to regain their shape here. It's Potsman clipping this one in. It's well read by Davies, but on his weaker right foot clears that one in behind for a corner kick. Be the third in just as many minutes here for the side of LASK. Here is Michorl now from the near corner. This one will be an outswinging corner kick coming in towards the middle of the box here. Headed by Trauner, knocked away by Davies, and clearance completed there by Harry Winks. Now Bale rushing forward here, but doesn't quite have enough to escape the attentions of Michorl. Potsman. Giorgic back to Potsman. Trauner shifting this one over to Wieserman. Now cleared away by Schlager. Up goes Davinson Sanchez, but he'll lose the initial header to Ragus, but Winks there to clean it up, and now Doherty can move it forward. Looking for the right pass, will pick out Gareth Bale. Two defenders around him trying to ride the challenge here of Giorgic. Will look inside. Can't quite get away from Balic, who puts in a good challenge. This one's still bouncing around here. Will be cleared halfway to Harry Winks, and now Tottenham will restart from their own defensive end. This one tried to be shifted up the line by Reguilón, but it's poked away from him. Still 2-0 here as we just about to get into the 56th minute of play. Mourinho jotting down some notes here. Probably very happy with the first half performance. Tottenham not as in control or decisively in control as they were in the first half at the beginning of the second half, but certainly still the team with the upper hand within the tempo of the game. We'll be probably looking to wrap up this win with a third goal at some point, and here is an opportunity to do that as Lucas Moura has a little bit of space up the left-hand side. He's picked out Carlos Vinicius, but decent challenge in there by Filipovic will knock it out for a throw-in. It's good work by Filipovic to break up that attack. Now restarting it is Reguilón. Going to cut inside here. Trying to find a pass. Will be forced to clip this one. It comes to Carlos Vinicius, but headed away by Filipovic. And now poor pass here from Wieserman will set Matt Doherty. Here's a chance for Lamela. Good tackle across here by Trauner, and he's going to draw a foul on Lamela as he gets clipped from Lamela's shooting motion. He just ran across there in time to knock that one off Lamela's foot. See, this is a good pass in from Doherty, but Trauner's alert to the danger there. Able to skip across and poke that one away before Lamela can get his shot off. Now here's Schlager. Going to clear this one up the field. Up goes Ragus. His header goes straight into the air. It's headed once again by Højbjerg. This ball now bouncing around here in the midfield. It's collected by Michorl. He's going to look over to the left here. We'll find Potsman. Balic. Ooh, a tackle here from Højbjerg. Referee's got his whistle to his mouth. He's going to allow play to continue here as Tottenham have the ball. There's a player to the left here, and Gareth Bale looks to be on sides. He's trying to race Schlager for this one, but Schlager will get out to it first, knocking that one away for a throw. And good goalkeeping once again here from Schlager, trying to keep his team in this match. Is excellent opportunity here. Lamela seeing the run of Bale on the right-hand side, lofting that one in behind, but just a little bit too far for Gareth Bale to get there before the onrushing goalkeeper. There's Tottenham restarting it. Lamela riding the challenge here of Girgic. Another one. Cannot get through the third by Trauner. Vinicius going to come back and will hack down Eggestein here. It will be a foul on Vinicius, and Son Heung-min being readied here to come on. We'll get a 30-minute run out. Not sure exactly who he'll come on for. Maybe Gareth Bale. So maybe not 100% fit here. We'll see this one long from Trauner, but not going to connect with Eggestein there. As Dele Alli also being readied here. So this is the first we've seen of Dele Alli in quite a while. Has been unable to make the Premier League matchday squad so far, but will be given an opportunity here in the Europa League to try to make an impression on his new manager. Or, well, not his new manager, but on the manager. Trauner heading this one back into Schlager. Looks like Moussa Sissoko also being ready along with those two, so should be a triple substitution coming here from Tottenham at around the 60-minute mark. Schlager going to move this one out to Wieserman. Girgic back to Wieserman. Clipping this one up the field. Trying to pick out Balic there, but good defending here and good cleanup by Højbjerg. Now Bale taking this one off of Filipovic. Looking for an opportunity, clipping this one by Potsman, but Filipovic is able to get back and knock that one out of play for a throw-in. Short throw taken here by Doherty. And Højbjerg will just reset the play here all the way back to Ben Davies. Now here's LASK kicking this one off of Tottenham, and it's a foul. I believe that's on Højbjerg. And here come the substitutions for Tottenham. So will be a bunch of players withdrawn here. It will be Gareth Bale withdrawn for Son Heung-min. So Bale getting an hour run out now as opposed to the 30-minute one he got against West Ham at the weekend. Dele Alli going to be coming on here. And it looks like Højbjerg will be withdrawn for Sissoko. So Sissoko comes on for Højbjerg. Heung-min Son coming on for Gareth Bale, and the final change there will be Eric Lamela withdrawn for Dele Alli. So triple swap here by Jose Mourinho on the 60-minute mark. Feeling confident about the scoreline, wanting to get some players a decent run in here. And Dele Alli with a huge opportunity to try to make an impression here, as he's been unable to make some of the matchday squads in their Premier League matches. Here's a horrible mistake by Filipovic, and Son Heung-min going to poke this one around Wieserman. He's looking for a couple of Tottenham runs. I'm not sure how many of them were offsides, but all three of them stopped running there, as each confused about which one is on or offsides. And so Son Heung-min's good work goes to waste there. Dele Alli and Lucas Moura guilty of being very profligate with that opportunity. Now Trauner moving this one back over to Filipovic. Girgic. LASK still very much under the cosh here. Still have not really generated a good opportunity in this half. And a poor ball here from Michorl will be intercepted by Reguilón. Tottenham can come away with it once again. Ben Davies now going to launch this one up the sideline, but can't connect with Son. Be Wieserman, sorry. Good turn here from Eggestein. Looking for some options as he drives forward. Now Sissoko in front of him will block his attempted shot. That one will go out for a corner kick here to LASK. Take a look at this replay. Filipovic mishits this one horribly, and Son does such good work here. And I'm going to say all three of these Tottenham players are offsides here. Dele Alli, Lucas Moura, and Vinicius all making runs too early. Decent defending there from the side of LASK, but all of Son's good work gone to waste because of the eagerness of those runs from his teammates. Could argue it took Son a little bit too long to play the pass, but had done most of the work there. And here's a chance from LASK, actually. Header at the near post from Filipovic, but that one going to trail wide of the goal there. Take a look at the replay. He gets in here over the top of Vinicius, but the angle is always against him there as he's standing practically on the goal line. Tries to flick that one towards the back corner. Just can't quite keep it down enough, and it sails over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. Ben Davies going to look long here up the left-hand side. Vinicius trying to run it down, but it's an easy header from Trauner. Good tackle here from Dele Alli will win the ball back. Now he has it for his first touch of the game here, and he will give it away in the attacking third for LASK. Overlapping here is Ramphel. That one actually going to come off of Tottenham player, so will be last off of Davies for a corner kick here to LASK. Davies very upset about that call. He's convinced that that one had last come off of the LASK player. But it will be a corner kick over to the side of LASK and be from that far corner. Michorl over it once again. Going to swing this one in towards the box. Joe Hart reads this one all the way, comes out, and will catch that one very easily. Now rolling it out in front of Sissoko, who has a ton of room to work. A couple Tottenham shirts over on the left-hand side of the pitch. He's going to go short here to the right side. Here's the cross from Lucas Moura. It's across the box, and oh my word, Reguilón and Son Heung-min see that one go all the way across the face of goal. Neither one of them making the appropriate run to try to get onto the end of it. And it will just go out here for a goal kick. It's actually an excellent ball. No, it's going to be a corner. It does come off of Eggestein. But an excellent ball there from Lucas Moura. Neither Son nor Dele truly believing in it. Neither one making the necessary run near to the goal line to try to tap that one in. Here's the ensuing corner kick coming in from Reguilón. Here's the flick of the near post, and that one just going over the crossbar there from Matt Doherty. Good training ground routine. As you can see, it goes short to Reguilón. He tries to pick out Moussa Sissoko at the front post, who flicks this one towards the back post. Doherty gets his head on it, but cannot direct it down. Instead, that one comes straight up and goes harmlessly over the crossbar there for a goal kick. So chance missed there by the Irish right back, and now possession won back by Tottenham. Here's Moura now. Back out to Moura now with a little bit more room to work. Sees the run of Dele Alli early, picks him out very well. Alli looking at his options, going to look across top of the box from Son Heung-min, but that one cleared away by Wieserman. Now this one going to go out for a throw in here around half field. Potsman. This one looks like it's come off Dele Alli last. Will be another throw over to LASK. 66 minutes here, just about to tick over 67 minutes. Again, LASK have used, I believe, all 5 of their substitutions at this point. So maybe out of options, still trailing 2-0 against this Tottenham side. Ooh, and this one, a bit of a dust up here, and looks like a foul has been committed on Harry Winks. He will go down and win a free kick for the side of Tottenham. Mourinho still assessing his options here with his assistant, muttering about something. He still does have 2 substitutions that he can use. Davinson Sanchez is going to launch this one over to the left-hand side. Doesn't quite reach its intended target in Reguilón. Dele Alli going to come out to pressure this one, but it does come in behind for Ramphel. He looks back to Eggestein. Has that one robbed from him by Dele Alli. Now Reguilón trying to ride a challenge, will do so successfully. Picks out Harry Winks. Dele Alli can move this one into a safer position as it comes out to Doherty. Out to Lucas Moura now on the right-hand touchline. He's going to cut inside very easily of Potsman. Still going, picking out Son Heung-min here. Son's going to try to beat the goalkeeper here. Schlager, he does, but he's off sides. So the attack will peter out there, as it did look like Son was off sides from the beginning of that one, but flag did come up just a little bit late. And so we take a look at this excellent run from Lucas Moura. And yeah, both Son and Vinicius very easily off sides there. Son gets a little bit of practice in anyway, rounding the goalkeeper there with some neat footwork before finishing, but play had already gone. Now Schlager will knock this one long, headed on by Ragus, but a foul called on Ragus here. Not exactly sure what for, but the referee has seen something, and it will go the way of Tottenham as we take a look here. And yeah, Ragus backing into Ben Davies, not looking at him at all, just trying to establish body position. And he's going to be called for the foul there appropriately. So actually good refereeing coming out here. Sanchez lofting this one up towards Dele Alli. Will go over his head. Now LASK trying to come away with it. This one's cleared in behind the Tottenham defense, but nobody from LASK running on to that one. And now starting to run out of time here. Our LASK, 69 minutes on the clock here, just about 20 minutes remaining for them to try to overcome this 2-goal deficit that Tottenham have created for themselves. Again, goals coming through Lucas Moura and then that own goal by Andrade. Moura is, of course, part of an excellent flowing move started by Ben Davies and excellently handled by Carlos Vinicius, who is here on his debut. As this ball played in behind for Son Heung-min, but that one just going to run about a yard too long for him. Schlager will be able to let that one roll into his box and collect it harmlessly. LASK have restarted this one. It's out here to Potsman on the left-hand side. He's going to move this one up towards Balic. Has made this really hard for Balic, trapped deep in that Tottenham corner and cannot knock that one off of Moussa Sissoko. It will be a goal kick over to Tottenham. You can see this. Harry Winks trying to pick out the run of Son Heung-min. He sees it pretty early, but yeah, the ball just about a yard too long and can't quite make that connection. A very good run there from Son Heung-min. We've seen a ton of him combining excellently with Harry Maguire. Harry Kane. The two seem to be on a bit of a psychic connection right now, as Kane assisting on almost every goal that Son has scored, playing him in behind so frequently. It's Tottenham winning this one back in their defensive end. Joe Hart going to launch this one long. Right up the middle here. Vinicius going up well will win the initial header, but looks like he has been called for a foul on Trauner. Tallhammer here for LASK. Looks like he is a little bit out of ideas again. Substitutions, I believe he has used all 5 at this point. We've seen Potsman come on, Filipovic come on. Of course, lost a couple of his players in the early parts of the game. James Holland going off in the 3rd minute of play was replaced by Girgic. And then losing Renner for the Filipovic substitution as well. Going up for this one is Ragus. He'll knock it on. But it's easily collected by the Tottenham defense, who once again have looked very unbothered all of today, looking very comfortable, defending well in groups, defending well as individuals. And here's Lucas Moura streaking into the box. His cross connecting. Dele Alli moving it over to Son Heung-min. He cuts back inside on his right foot. He shoots, and it's just over the top of the bar. Son coming very close to scoring there. It's another excellent run from Lucas Moura. Plays a good 1-2 here with Moussa Sissoko. Drives right inside Filipovic, who just cannot keep up with him. Slips horribly, and Vinicius leaves it short for Dele Alli, who picks out Son. He gets it back inside on his right foot, but just gets a little bit under that strike. Not sure if it deflects off someone. We'll see on this replay here. Cuts it inside. No, it doesn't look like it takes a deflection. Just gets a... Oh, it actually has. It doesn't look like it, but it did. So Son maybe spared some blushes by that deflection, as wasn't a pretty decent shooting position. He will be over this corner kick. Curling this one in front post is Moura. His header coming off a little bit too strong, and that one will sail over the crossbar there. Yeah, decent ball and a decent header from Lucas Moura, but again, tough angle there. Really needs to skim that one appropriately to try to get it on the target, and cannot do so. So will be a goal kick over to LASK. 73 minutes played here, just 17 remaining, and it's been won back quickly by Tottenham here. Now Trauner trying to come forward with it. He's going to look long over towards Eggestein, but the pass to Central will roll all the way back to Joe Hart. Davinson Sanchez moving this one over to Doherty. Doherty up the line here. Moura back to Doherty. Sanchez. Reguilón. That one deflected. Will go out for a Tottenham throw. Everything's still looking good here for Tottenham. 16 minutes to play in this one, plus stoppage time, but have looked very solid defensively, still nursing this 2-goal lead. Had a couple of decent opportunities to make it 3, but just haven't been able to finish one quite yet. You can sort of feel it coming, though, as since the introductions, really, and after about the first 7 minutes of this second half, they have looked much more like their first half selves and completely in control of this match as Reguilón slips trying to cut that one back. He's going to lose out to Eggestein here. Now back to pressure will force Eggestein back to Wieserman. He'll clip this one up, but harmlessly into the waiting feet of Harry Winks. Now Vinicius allowed to turn, looking for the run of Winks. He's found Winks, or Dele Alli in behind here. Dele Alli shoots. He actually has his shot saved. Schlager going to clear that one away. Not sure if Ali's offsides. It looks like play has been allowed to go on. I'm going to turn the volume on here just to see if he was, but LASK allowed to play on here regardless. Wieserman just walking this one forward. Finally, Dele Alli going to put some pressure. He'll look long and behind, but Davinson Sanchez easily collecting that one. Will actually be kept in play by Harry Winks and Dele Alli. Reguilón going to cross the field with this ball over to Doherty. His header is wayward and will be collected by Potsman. Now it's Michorl. Looks inside. Movement here by Balic. Gets it onto his right foot, looking for the cross. Balic shooting. That one blocked by Doherty. Back heel into the path of Balic. But that one poked away from him by Doherty as well. It's that replay for Vinicius as we see Ali. And no, it looks like he is a level. Potsman actually the one to keep him on. So Ali with an excellent chance there to make it 3 and unable to finish. An excellent save by Schlager. That one, I think, regardless of our review, would have held up as onside for Ali. Not sure if he psyched himself out into thinking he was offsides, but a beautiful opportunity for him to score his first goal in quite some time and unable to take advantage of that one. Harry Winks going to knock this one away. Here comes Son Heung-min riding a challenge from Wieserman. Looks up the line here towards Lucas Moura, but can't keep that one in play. It looks like there is one substitution left here for LASK. It is getting prepared now. Now moving this one back up the line for Balic. Into the feet of Ragus. Picks out Potsman. Back to Ragus. Good challenges here from Davinson Sanchez, and Doherty will win it back. Dele Alli pushing this one past Girgic. He's looking in behind here for Vinicius, but that one running just a little bit too long. Wieserman trying to get some help here, but it is eventually forced to just clear that one out to touch. Schlager did not come off his line. So it'll be Moura with this one. Going to leave it now for Doherty. And the substitution will be made here. 77 minutes on the clock. And it will be Balic, who is withdrawn here. As Goiginger coming on here. And a substitution being prepared here for Tottenham, it is Giovanni Lo Celso. And we have DJ Funkstar. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the booth. Hope you are enjoying the stream so far. And it will be Lucas Moura here withdrawn for Giovanni Lo Celso. Here's Doherty now throwing this one into Lo Celso. First touch for him of the match. Dele Alli looks back out to Doherty. It's a good ball here. Doherty looking for a cross on the ground. That one deflected by Eggestein. Now he's clearing this one away. Header lost here by Winks. Good defending here from Dele Alli on Ragus. Will win possession back. Reguilón has it. Moving this one up the left-hand side. Going to clip this one forwards. Cannot connect with any of his strikers. And that one moved away by Potsman. Now Ragus back to Mejorl and out to Ramftel. Goiginger. This one crossed in here, will be blocked. Comes back out wide here for Ramftel. Now Gergic crossing this one in on his left. Initial header won there by Eggestein, but he can't get it on target. Instead it comes the other direction. But Dele Alli's pass now picked off by Gergic. Goiginger. Raftel. Crossed in here deep. Flicked header there by Ben Davies does enough. Comes out towards the left-hand side. Collected now by Potsman. He'll let that one run for a throw-in. This one thrown in now. Eggestein trying to fight off Doherty here, but that one will be knocked out for a throw-in. And here's Potsman going to look for a long throw here. So we'll see what LASK can do with this one. Here comes that long throw. That one's still a pretty short long throw. And the deflection will carry itself into the hands of Joe Hart. A lot of jokes were made last weekend about Digne's long throw, which was not very long at all in the Everton-Liverpool match. And now we have a couple here from LASK as well, one on either side. Really not getting a whole lot of distance into the box, as this is a simple foul here onto Gio Lo Celso. Tottenham can move this one away from their end. Yeah, Potsman just through the back there of Lo Celso, gives him a little shove as well. Here's Doherty getting this one restarted. Davinson Sanchez going to look back for Joe Hart. He's going to launch this one long. Not quite going to connect there with Carlos Vinicius. Instead, it will be Potsman looking back towards Schlager, the goalkeeper. Son gives a little bit of chase, forces Schlager to hit this one long. It's won by Doherty. Good passing here from Spurs to get out of pressure there. Sissoko driving this one across the face of midfield now. He'll look back to Davies. Just 9 minutes remaining in this one. And, of course, Tottenham with this 2-goal advantage. Happy to keep possession here. Move this ball up slowly. Look for the right time here. And this may be the right time as Dele Alli open on the right-hand side here. Going to drive this one into the box. Looking for a cross. He'll cross it. It's off of Schlager, but it comes out to Ramftel. And Ramftel is able to clear that one away. Decent goalkeeping there by Schlager. Unfortunately for him, the rebound comes to one of his teammates and not someone in a white shirt there. It's good work here from Lo Celso to pick out Dele Alli. Looks like Alli is trying to pick out the back post run of Reguilón or Vinicius. Not happy there is Mourinho with what he's seen in that attack. This one comes into Son Heung-min. Back to Sissoko. Sissoko once again. Now inside to Ali. Sanchez. Up to Lo Celso. His pass back a little bit dangerous there as Eggestein was prowling. But well handled by Sissoko here. This one now launched out towards Son Heung-min. Nobody pressures him. He's allowed to settle it for Dele Alli. Reguilón. Comes all the way back to Ben Davies. Again, happy to keep possession here. Our Spurs. It's been a very business-like performance from them, taking advantage of a very flowing move early on in the first half, scored by Lucas Moura, and then another good attack ending with a bit of fortune for the own goal for Andrade. It was a good attack nonetheless, and have ridden that lead ever since then. Now here's Vinicius heading in. Son Heung-min, he's wide open, he shoots, and he scores! And that should be the third, and that should round out the match here for Tottenham. Son Heung-min added again with an excellent assist here from Vinicius, heading the South Korean in behind, and Son finds himself on the score sheet once again. A prolific start to the season for him continues, and he's all smiles as Tottenham find themselves 3-0 up in this Europa League tie. See the ball out here from Davis into Matt Doherty. Sees 4 white shirts in front of him. Clips this one into Vinicius, whose header is beautifully timed. Son holds his run. He sees what Vinicius wants to do. He jumps forward just as Vinicius lays a perfectly cushioned header into his path. Son takes one touch, setting himself up on his right foot. Waits for the keeper to come out and just buries it into the bottom right corner where the keeper was coming from. It's an excellent finish. It's a beautiful setup there from Vinicius. It's another excellent goal here for Tottenham, and Son Heung-min, the scorer, once again. So Tottenham now certainly uncatchable in this one. As again, LASK have really offered no form of retaliation here. Some fans may point to the 3 goals in 10 minutes from West Ham United, but West Ham had certainly had a little bit more in that game up until that point. It had good possession, had still been providing some dangerous opportunities throughout the match, and definitely more of the likely, but can't see that happening here today from LASK. They have hardly put a shot on target, and Tottenham's defense has looked again completely unbothered, completely unblemished, and very, very solid and composed here today. So maybe the first shutout of this new season for Jose Mourinho's side, and that's something that he can be happy about no matter the opposition. This long ball from Joe Hart here going to be headed away by the side of LASK. Here's Sissoko moving this one back to Davies. Four and a half minutes remaining in stoppage or in regulation here. I imagine we'll have a couple minutes of stoppage time due to the substitutions in the second half. And here's a mistake by Trauner. Sissoko trying to run through the tackle of Weiserman now, but can't quite get it through that gap. Dele Alli out to Reguilón, flicking it out to Son, who's trying to collect amid a couple of challenges, but it looks like he is offsides. Yeah, Son just straying here a little bit. He is about a half yard offsides there. It will be Schlager to bring this one away for the side of LASK. Here it comes from Schlager, looking long here to the head of Ben Davis. Will win that one. He'll go back to Joe Hart. Hart going to be looking long here up the right-hand side. One's won there by Potsman, but Ragus is well offsides and will be forced to let that one bounce back into the arms of Joe Hart. He'll roll this fairly nonchalantly out to Ben Davies, who finds a nice pass up the field for Dele Alli. Finally brings that one under control, but his pass deflected there by LASK, and that one goes all the way back to Schlager, now cleared up the pitch. Easy header here from Davies. Up goes a header there, but will dribble harmlessly into the hands of Schlager. Good challenge here on the right-hand side by Giovanni Lo Celso. taking that one away from Eggestein, but he will win it back. Comes into Girgic. Some good pressure here from Harry Winks. That one will fall to the feet of Goiginger. Now with him again, trying to push this one past the newly introduced Jack Clark here. So this one crossed in back post for Ragus. Ragus gets his head on it, and the first shot on target here finally coming in from the side of Spurs. It's from the side of LASK, excuse me. But unfortunately, it is a looping header that is completely harmless to the likes of Joe Hart. He will go up and collect that one easily. And another save added to his tally for tonight. None of them really very difficult whatsoever, as Son now running onto this one in behind. Has two players around him trying to challenge. He tries to drive through both of them. Still going here through a couple of challenges. Eventually will be called for a foul on Filipovic. You can see initially up against Trauner and Filipovic here. He drives in between the both of them. Filipovic continues on. It's actually, on him, and Potsman actually takes a little bit as well. And he is down on the ground here. Is not sure exactly what happened to him. Yeah, looks like just his right foot gets stepped on there. Completely accidentally, of course. Hassan just finishing up that challenge onto Filipovic, for which he has been reprimanded by the referee. Harry Kane getting a full 90 minutes of rest here today, of course. Very nice for him and the entirety of Tottenham, a man so important to their side, really without a replacement, although Carlos Vinicius doing a fairly good job today, the assister on both of the goals. Again, the first one for, both of the non-own goals, the first one for Lucas Moura. You can see that beautiful ball on the replay here played in for him, and then also the contributor to Son Heung-min's goal here with a beautiful cushioned header into the South Korean's path. The second of which, the own goal, was assisted by Gareth Bale. His outside of the foot cross turned home by Andrade after some excellent work from Reguilon as well as Eric Lamela. So 3 minutes of stoppage time have been given by the referee here. So this ball won by Winks, and Spurs should be able to just see this one out. Once again, have been totally in control since the very beginning of this match. Getting that early goal too certainly helped settle any nerves. Is this one coming back towards Jack Clark? Jack Clark getting a strike and swings through that one very poorly. It actually comes off the outside of his right foot. So great opportunity here for the youngster to get on the score sheet in Europe. As you can see, this ball from Doherty flicked back to him by Girgic, and tries to lash that one home into the far corner, tries to get a little bit of whip on it, but gets no whip whatsoever. It actually comes more off the outside of his foot there. It goes wide by a decent margin. Sissoko now. Back over to Davies. Oh, good ball in here behind by Dele Alli. Lo Celso running onto it. He'll try to flick this one into Son's path, but Filipovic does just enough to block that one off. Dele Alli now going to collect this one. Here's Matt Doherty into Dele Alli's feet. He will clip this one in. That cross is blocked. Comes out to Goiginger, but Ben Davies able to eventually settle the ball down. Reguilon now. Jack Clark. Harry Winks trying to ship this one over to Doherty. Doherty's pass off the chest leaves a little bit to be desired there for Dele Alli, but it's eventually won back by Tottenham. Now Alli. Doherty. Just a minute remaining here, and Spurs will certainly just be happy to keep possession, see this one out. It's been very professional, business-like performance from them here today. Scoring off that early goal, very flowing move. Ben Davies into the feet of Vinicius over to Lucas Moura, and ever since then, a result has almost never been in doubt for them here. Again, have looked very good defensively, something I'm sure Mourinho will be thrilled with. As here's a cross from the left-hand side from Reguilon. That one not going to find its way to Son Heung-min. Here's the follow-up cross. That one headed away at the near post. Will come all the way over to Moussa Sissoko. He's charged down here by Augustine. Doherty looking inside. It's about 20 seconds remaining in this one. Sissoko in behind here for Lo Celso. He'll look for Doherty. We'll pick him out inside the box here. Doherty crossing, but it's straight at Schlager. And that should do it for the match here. The referee's just checked his watch, knows there are about 5 seconds remaining, and Schlager going to look to punt this one downfield. Referee will put the whistle to his mouth and blow for full time. So excellent start here to the Europa League season for Spurs, and pretty much everything Jose Mourinho could have hoped for here today. Able to rest his star striker, Harry Kane, gets a very solid performance out of Carlos Vinicius, as well as Lucas Moura. 2 assists for Vinicius here today. Gareth Bale getting a 60-minute trot out as well. Able to play Ben Davies in the center back position, so gets his players a rest, gets some players that he's wanted on, and gets an excellent performance and result out of his side here today. Spurs run away convincing winners 3-0. So that will do it for our coverage here today. Thank you again to everyone who tuned in. I do hope you enjoyed the stream. Sorry if I was a little bit ahead of the match. Wish I had a better solution for that one, but maybe I can think of something next time. But unfortunately, I don't control CBS's stream. So do hope it wasn't too bad. But once again, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you as always for tuning in, and we'll be back on tomorrow, as we've got a couple of EPL games on Friday. So look forward to that one. It might be a full 7 days of casting here for me, as we got a full 4 days of EPL games slated for the weekend. So thanks again, and look forward to seeing you soon. Have a wonderful day.